welcome to this new YouTube video. And it's a series, a show on my YouTube channel I called Game Review. So fire. And what happens is that I learned on a podcast or somebody that NBA players go watch and watch their game and like try to improve that. Same thing. What's my thing? Pitching, okay, for entrepreneurships and stuff. I do a lot of it, and this is one I did recently for an organization called Youthful Cities, where they're trying to make cities more youthful with youth involvement. And we did one with how to get youth more employed in office-related jobs. And we had like a 2-day summit. There was a whole team sort of dropped out. We didn't do much. Came here, and me and my friend pulled it off, destroyed, devoured, like punch that stuff. And I'm usually nervous going into pitches. This one, I just had something in me, but also like our idea was really good. Nobody went above and beyond and got these, like, keeping it for the pitch, but it's really good. And basically what happens is you pitch for 3 minutes. There's a second round and they ask you questions, and also then the RBC gives you 10K to go do this thing or do the pilot. Yeah, I will tell you the climax after, but really fun thingy. And let's review what we could learn, how we could be better. And yeah, the slides are pretty basic TED Talk looking slides. Yeah, everything was the last minute, and that's pretty much it. Subscribe. Okay.
A ton of this in media. The economy sucks, everything sucks. But you know what sucks even more? Youth unemployment. Okay? 700,000 people around Canada, from RBC study actually, they found that 700 youth ages 15 to 30 are in this limbo stage, not working, not currently in any formal training, education, none of that stuff. So what are they doing? And we surveyed.
Okay, so first part came in with a banger. I didn't even think it was a joke, but it was pretty good. But like, that's just how I talk. Yeah, but that was a good intro. Everybody said it really got them in the beginning hooked. Then the 700,000 jobs thing, it was good that I did RBC one. It was pretty good because I found an RBC study that says 700,000 kids have no jobs anymore, who are in this limbo state, and that's the total, like, that's like the TAM of our total addressable market. And then we dive deeper, and we actually did, I'm going to talk about this after, that we did a survey about a bunch of friends of mine, and how much of them, then, okay, this is the total addressable market. Then we're saying, hey, how much of these people, let's take a smaller quantity, how much of these people say experience is their number one, that's what I want to try to prove to them. Experience is the number one barrier that these kids lack, and that's what we want to solve. That's our main pain point. And that's sort of what I'm trying to get across here, and let's see if I do it.
30 people ourselves, like around the community and youth and all of our friends and things like that. 2 out of 3 of them said that experience is their biggest barrier in getting their first job or second job or getting that best job. So even Anthony here.
Yeah, in my experience, I found it very difficult to find jobs with no experience. I was fortunate enough to find a job in the pharmacy.
But not everyone.
Okay, so one, props to Anthony. First time pitching. He was hella nervous. I told him like last minute he has to pitch, and he wrote it down on his phone. He came through, he said his thing. What I was really trying to do there with the whole personalized angle is that my problem statement, I don't know if this is the right strategy, other people have other strategies, but what I was trying to do there, if you could see here. Okay. So in the first part, I did my official TAM, okay? This is how much people we could impact. And then we're saying out of the short people we surveyed, 1/3 of them said experience is the biggest problem. Then we have a personal person, Anthony. He was looking for a job. He worked at a pharmacy. and it was like the hardest thing for him switching jobs and finding better jobs was getting that experience. So it's a whole like 3-step thing to prove to them how much of a problem experience is, and that's what I was really trying to prove with that. And yeah, that's pretty much my strategy, what I was thinking of doing with that thing. And let's continue.
Is this fortunate? That's why what employers want is they want the ideal candidate with a ton of experience. So that's why we're creating BridgeWorks Fellowship. So it's a 3-week interactive experiential learning boot camp for students for youth in the Rexdale community to gain practical skills to get office-related jobs. So 3 core pillars we're offering them is community, where they get the community network, the initial people to start networking their things with, the impact. They do a community project at the end of the 3-week boot camp. So whether that's art festival or outdoor movie or community cleanup, and finally they get experiential skills. Pretty much they do all the transferable skills that come from team collaborating with others, building this whole thing out. And you know the best part? We have 25 people.
Okay, so before we get there, that part, solution, awful. Like, it could have been done so much better. Like, for the problem, not much of like a big blunder there. And I think we sort of did get across the importance of experience here. And the solution, like, yes, you could understand what it is, but then the blobs, like, what is that? No, like, awful. Like, the tip there is that I'm just quiet. It's like, so, yeah, the intro is good. Hey, this is BridgeWorks Fellowship. This is the greatest program ever. And we're offering a 2-week interactive boot camp for people. And the aspect, I think what went wrong with it here is
the
that
transferable skills that come from team collaborating with others.
So the 3 main pillars, that was a good strategy. I was like, hey, I'll break it down into 3 main things. So it's like these people, like, okay, they watch thousands of these things, right? So make it so easy. Our goal was, hey, how can we make it so easy for them to say yes? And you'll see what we did with the waitlist thing. And I think that was what delivered it, made us stand out. But also this thing, the 3-point thingy, like how hard is it for somebody to understand a whole paragraph? Otherwise, what am I saying here? Yeah, instead of a whole ass paragraph, you're pretty much saying 3 points. Hey, community, experience, boom, validation. Right? And before that, it just came to my mind, for the problem as well, we looked at the, I don't think we emphasized this enough. Maybe we should have emphasized this more as bigger problem, that employers' biggest problem is that they can't find quality people, reliable people. And this is also one of the thingies. We pull up people and we give we give the top employers directly, we work with them to take our new grads. That would have been cool, and it would have been even more cooler if we actually talked to a few of employers, and that's what the rest of the team was supposed to do, but then they didn't do it. Yeah, so that was fine, but then the solution aspect sucked.
Building this whole thing out. And you know the best part? We have 25 people on a wait list. We talked to a ton of people, and we have 25 people ready to join the pilot program. And what makes this even better is that we could offer employers who want to hire the best people a bunch of these curated people that graduate our program. And currently, we already have a commitment from Speakor to train our graduates with AI interviews to help them prepare for the thing. And we're trying to host it at detail as well.
Okay. One, I thought the waitlist thing was a banger. Like, None of the other teams had that. Okay, I thought it was like insane. But okay, Speakworks, it's pretty much a homie. Yeah, he's a friend of mine, and he said, sure, yeah, like they could commit to possibly like giving a partnerships or something. But then, yeah, I had a few companies listed here. I don't know. Again, I gotta stop with the quiet. Quietness has power. It was strong, but the delivery was weak. You know what I mean? We were there, but then the blah blah blah. I don't know. I feel like something here. They were very attentive. Like the audience is really good with it. Then yeah. After that they cut me off. But then one of the judges said that. Okay, I don't get it. Okay, it was like 1 second after the buzzer. I don't know if that makes a big difference. I just finished my sentence, and the judge, one of the, not saying who, okay, one of the judges said, that guy, okay. One of the judges, not that guy. One of the judges said that was the big problem that. Okay. Conclusion, thesis, climax, we didn't win. We lost. Devastating. I was bawling my eyes out. Like, I thought this was like a summer fund grant for me to like work. And then easy, right? But whatever. And like, I was very passionate about this as well. Even though none of my team people like showed up, like I made it work. I don't think the other teams are getting it done. I don't think so. There, and I'll say, I have 3 main hypotheses of why I didn't win after this. But one person said, "Oh, yeah, I went over time, and that was the biggest thing." Then these guys asked me like 2 questions.
We find we at the final end what we want
like participant recruitment to curriculum development in sort of 1 week.
So what happens is that he joined this 3-week thing, and what happens in the program is, hey, we partner, we find.
Okay, so he basically asked, "What's your curriculum gonna look like?" That's what I understood here.
Tell you about your implementation plan, which I feel like you're going to get to, mainly around how you go from basically like participant recruitment to curriculum development in sort of 1 week.
What? Okay, so the whole premise of the program that it's an 8-week thing in which we develop the 2-week program. Okay. I don't see it as a big problem. But he asked, "Hey, what's your implementation plan gonna look like?" I said, "Yeah, we had to give a memo, and in the memo, I think I wrote, in the first week, we're looking at getting people. Then the second week, we're trying to develop the curriculum as to what we're gonna teach them in the 2 weeks."
So
and
what happens is
I went hitting on the program itself, like how is it gonna be for students? This question's so weird. I don't know. I still don't know. But yeah, that was the main question. Yeah, there's nothing else. Such a cool guy. Such a cool program. But yeah, I don't know what happened there. Then, okay, my 3 main hypotheses of why I lost. Awful. Sucked that I lost. One, I think okay. After the presentation, a bunch of people, like execs, few people in the audience, I didn't talk to much of the judges, I talked to a few of them, told me that my presentation was the best. Not that I didn't listen to other people, but I only listened to the positive people. But yeah, I think objectively, I'm just up top there. They out of 8 teams, they picked like 5 teams to move to the second round. I didn't even move to the second round. I was so confident. Sucks. You live and learn, you know what I mean? But yeah, that sucked. But I think the main problems was one, I'm comparing, like, I was so clueless when I was sitting there, but I'm comparing myself to other programs. And even in my answer to the question implementation, I mainly talk about how we're going to get partners, and whether that's RBC employees or YMCA employees or other people, to come and give workshops. There's nothing about my program itself that makes it special, or like that makes we add more value into the thing. I didn't like talk about it, whether that's like, hey, we'll do workshops ourselves that's graded, we'll do a micro credential, we'll do like what office related jobs are looking for, we'll certify them in these stuff. I didn't talk about any of that stuff, just talked about partners, quote unquote. That sucked. Second, all the other solutions were innovative. Okay. And that's special, meaning you see a lot of programs, boot camps, fellowships like this, like employment camps or whatever. But some of the other things, like, I was trying to make it the most implementable thing. But I think what the mismatch that they were looking for, what's innovative as well, other than just being implementable, because there's a ton of these sort of similar programs. And what makes it unique? What would make BridgeWorks Fellowship unique? And there's a thing of why we picked Rexdale as well. One of our previous members on the team was there, and second, it's one of the lowest median incomes in the city, and young people were trying to partner with the library to get it going there, and that was the thing. But yeah, I think there's one presentation. I didn't get to like other stuff. Two, not our problem, the idea itself wasn't innovative enough. And the third aspect of why we lost, I think, yeah, I have no clue. Literally no clue. I still have no clue, but it's fine. You know what I mean? It's fine. I'm fine. Yeah, so this is pretty much it for the video. I'm not going to keep dragging it on and on, but this is game footage. I just viewed my game footage. Thank you so much for watching. Nice building, RBC, first time. RBC's this office, downtown Toronto. It was really nice. Yeah, I got a ton of LinkedIn photos from this. I got to update everything. Anthony got his first speaking gig. There's a cool DJ rapper there. It was awesome. Yeah, and I got to film this video. So honestly, I think ours is the best idea. Like the other thing was like web apps will create like better LinkedIn. You're not gonna go create a better LinkedIn. Not that I don't think it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Hopefully, like if the other teams are watching this, I'm sorry, I don't think other LinkedIn's gonna happen. But then there's ones I didn't think of, like really good ideas. One, job shadowing. I didn't know how much of it. Like that would be so cool. I'm probably going to steal that idea to something else after. But job shadowing is such a good point for, especially they don't have like that kind of systematic programs at universities or anything. Job shadowing. Worker, safety or rules. Nobody has, if you're a young person, you don't know about it. And one of the other teams was like, we'll do TikToks. Sure. You know what I mean? It's a good idea. And I didn't think about it. And it wasn't innovative. My thing was pretty basic, so that's why we lost. I don't want to drag it more. But thank you so much for watching. Good night. I am prepping with InfoGap theory.